I ain't gonna lie, I feel good to be back. Yeah, kid. We normally don't wait for people to come in, and we're not gonna wait right now. Let's get going. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. She like, ooh la la. Hey yo, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. On a Monday, best day, best day. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when the people don't be acting flaky. Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. I was able to do 10 push-ups yesterday with the knee-ups. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Can't wait to get back into the gym. So if that sounds like something you can rock with, I'm going to need you to hit the like button. I'm going to need you to smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good luck. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. Oh shit, I forgot I got this on. I wore this sweater yesterday when I went to the hospital to see my uncle. And we is in the end game, people. We in the end game because it's Monday. Monday motivation, motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And as I said earlier on the NBA Pickin' with Pop, here goes some motivation for your ass. Be respectful, be courteous, and watch what you say out the tongue. We're living in some wicked, evil times, and although I don't see the world as all doom and gloom, it's a lot of, goodness in the world, a lot of good people, etc. You could get your TV turned off for just saying some crazy shit, not being respectful, not trying to be courteous, not being mindful. So I always say that because it's true. And my brother, one of my comrades, Bashir, that was his Muslim name, but his real name was Ricky Simmons, and his rap name was Critical. He used to be like, your house lead to all streets, and all streets lead to your house. So when you speak, you should watch your mouth. Basically saying that just like you can go into the world and go anywhere in the world from your house, anywhere outside in the world could get to your house. Same way you can go. So just be mindful. So that's Monday motivation, motivational Monday. Today was my day off, but not really. I'm on call a lot of times. When violence and shit be taking place, we got to pop up and, try to de-escalate, mediate, and see if we can be of a service to stop the violence from, continuing on possibly. So instead of doing even I still did my laundry, regular errand shit on your days off. I had to jump in and out of work 2 times. So that's why the show was late. We got some good topics. But as you heard me state yesterday, I went to see my uncle in the hospital and whatnot. I got some family members in the hospital battling. I got some good news that he actually is, doing much, much better. So I was happy to hear that. Check on your family, love your family, be with them as much as you can. You know what I mean? They're telling you love them all the time. Hopefully they telling you that they love you all the time and they're not waiting till you pass. Then they show up to the repass, with the sad sticker face, with the regrets. And a lot of us will have regrets, just the way of the world. We all got to work. We all got to, pick and choose, what gets prioritized over other things. I just was at a training where they was talking about not getting burnt out at the job, at my particular job, and what we do. But it applies to all fields and all jobs. And like Nas said, I burned out in this game before I would run into millions, and that's a major fumble. And I made for the jungle. So I call it jungle toe and pull away the bundles. Like, you can burn out in this game, and this game meaning whatever field you may be in, before you run into the millions or run it up, with your health, your mental health, your physical. So, most of the time we are replaceable at our jobs, whether we think we're not. And I don't think people think that, but some of us may think like, nah, I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, or, I'm the best in the business, and you're the best around, and nothing's ever gonna, like, you're the best around at your job. But, the bottom line is if you get sick, you get hurt like I did, anything like that, you get locked up innocently, like it wasn't even you wasn't Kareem Akbar, and you wasn't the true leader of the CMB, but they say it was you, so you get locked, like you're gonna get replaced. But the facilitator basically, and during the training, was like, listen, to your moms, you're not replaceable. To your father, you're not replaceable. To your kids, you're not replaceable. So no matter what job you at, not saying you calling out and just do whatever you want. Obviously, you there for a reason, to make ends meet, until you can get into something better or execute, your mastermind plan. You still got to go to work and punch in. That's just everybody, right? Everybody ain't going to be the boss, and I'm a boss. Some Rick Ross shit. But just know that to your family and your loved ones, you're not replaceable, or you shouldn't be. And I know oftentimes as men, putting in that space, sometimes you can feel like that. So protect your peace. Do whatever you can to 52 block the burnout, whether you're working in the hospital, where I have to go a lot of times when shit pop off, and you be seeing, people working midnight hour, burning the oil, go to sleep, go home. Watch a little Netflix and chill, smoke a little something if that's what you do, drink a little something if that's what you do, however you self-medicate, watch porn, shit like that, and then right back at it, you there the next day, at it again. No time for self-care, and that's how you ultimately burn out, and that's a major fumble. But we in the end game because I thought we was boycotting this shit, like, and that's you people, right? And I'm saying you people because I don't celebrate. If you watch the channel, then you been knew I wasn't with this shit. But, I'm out and about still, and that's why I always, not hate, I won't use hate is a strong word, but it's Christmas time. You know what I mean? From the Def Jam County, like my mom's was a Christian, my father was a Muslim, talking about I can't have Christmas, and my mom used to, and my grandmother used to be like, well, what you mean he can't have Christmas? It's Christmas time. Like, it's Christmas time. And mom's cooking chicken and collard greens. But before we get to Christmas, it's Thanksgiving time. And I see a lot of y'all in the motherfucking supermarkets out there getting your little pans and shit, buying your little sodas, right? And, getting everything together so you can cook and you can have your Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm not going to knock it because I'm going to eat. People be like, but you eat? Yeah, I eat every day. I give thanks every day. I don't wait to Thanksgiving, the 27th or the last Thursday of every November to give thanks. I wake up in the morning. I stare at the ceiling. I'm alive. Woo! What a beautiful feeling. That's thanks. I give thanks every day. My feet hit the ground. I got breath in my lungs. I could touch. I could see. Somebody grab me. I could feel. I got sensation. You know what I mean? Like, my health is good. I got people that love me. I got people I love. So I'm grateful every day. I'm thankful every day. Every day I wake up, even though every day ain't great. And we just spoke about self-care, burning out. Every day is not great. but I feel good every day. I may not be in the best of moods, but I definitely give thanks to the Most High every day in my own way. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, body, and spirit. So I don't need them to tell me Thanksgiving. And I thought we was boycotting. You know, I was seeing that shit spinning in the clip, right? Just a few weeks ago, a few days ago, who knows? I think I did my show maybe. Not this Friday that just passed. I've been dealing with a lot. Deaf people in the hospital, like I said, to my loved ones. You know what I mean? More hours on the job and shit like that. Trying not to burn out. Keeping that theme going. And so I couldn't get on here. But I know it hasn't been that long. We'll be like, yo, they holding up EBT. They holding up the food stamps. So we need to hit them in their pocket. We need to boycott Thanksgiving. And we need to boycott Christmas and Black Friday. But yet and still, them commercials are spinning. And I'm out and about doing my lawn. You hear people like, yeah, I'm going to get that on Black Friday. And woo, woo, woo. And what? Did I miss something? I'm just asking. Like, I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Did I miss something? Because I thought we was done with this bubblegum shit. I thought y'all was coming on over to my side. Because I've been not rocking with it. Yes, I eat. And if it's turkey being made, I'm going to eat it. But I don't have the mindset. I don't wake up getting ready and building up. And y'all wasting all your money. They're about to hit you over the head. They're hitting you over the head with Thanksgiving. Bang! One for you, one for me. Two for you, one, two for me. They banging you over the head. Then they hit you with the Black Friday. They give you the sales. Shit is shit that was $800, now it's $300. But they really only pay $50 to make that shit. So they still getting over. You thought you was getting a deal, especially if you putting on your credit card or your Best Buy card. Then MonDaY, Cyber Monday, right? That's how they do you. That's how they do you. So I don't celebrate. Kid, if it's my mom's, you don't get anything. Not on these days. You get anything in the world, Mommy, because I love you. Mommy, I do love you. And it was good seeing you yesterday, even though under those circumstances. But not on those days. Not going to do it. Then they gear up for the last big final finale, which is Christmas. Then when you look up, oh shit, it's New Year's. And for those that still celebrate, Happy New Year. And the year's about to be fucking over. You know what I'm saying? When you look around, all your money is gone. And I'm saying all your money, obviously, if you're not in the 1%, you're not in the 2%, you're not in the 3%, you're not in the 4%. You get what I'm saying? You're not in the 10%. You're not in the 15% of earners of all that money that gets, circulated around the globe. You at the bottom. Like, started from the bottom, now we're here. Like, you at the bottom. That you still gonna go get that bag, them glasses or whatever it is, that new outfit, right? Just to go to your cousins in them house, your bum ass, what they call it, them ugly sweaters and shit, right? Just to play spades. And I was talking to one of my family members. He like, nah, I don't celebrate either, but it's always good to see the family. And I'm like, yeah, it is good to see the family. It's always good to see the family and be around loved ones. But then I hit him with, why I gotta be on this time? Because I know we can all get some days off or figure it out. Sure, we can figure it out on a day that's not this day. I can take off, even if you gotta take off. Family day. You can do it on another day. I get it. It may be convenient because everybody getting off, or most people, right? There's still gonna be people working on Thanksgiving, on Christmas, etc. They just get the time and a half for being there. But you can figure it out. We can figure it out. As a family, as a people. Celebrate Kwanzaa and shit like that. And I'm only being a stifler, being an asshole, and just trying to troll a little bit. Because people was like, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to hit him in the pocket where it hurt at. And my seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we take money all up in the family. That's how you keep the money in the family. You don't spend it with the other. Excuse me. You spend it with people that look like you, your family, they got a business, and you bought in, you trade shit off, you know what I'm saying? And you keep it circulating like the other people do. There's plenty of people who don't come by from no black businesses. Ain't cold enough. Mister, ain't cold enough. They're not coming to your little bullshit shop. And I know it's about to be local businesses and small businesses, all that shit, and we should support. But I seen a lot of posts with people going hard. They was mad about that EBT. You know what I mean? They was mad. Like, damn, niggas fucking my Thanksgiving up. I'm gonna have to go steal and rob and, you know what I mean, do all this DMX shit. You know what I mean? Starving to eat. And there's at least 1,000 others like me robbing the street. When we starve and we eat, whatever's there. Come on, you know the cold in the street, whatever's fair. Like, people like, I'm going to risk it all in Walmart. I'm going to risk it all at Target, etc. And I'm taking shit. And let the chips fall where they may. Oh, because you didn't get your EBT on time? Then when you do get it, you know, who came on there and said that? I think it was Omar Epps on, I think it was on the Jim Jones show. Artist to artist or whatever. And he was like, he happy, you know, we buy all this bubblegum bullshit, food and shit, you know, and that's just another side note. But what I said in my video, in my live, and we're going to end this topic with this right here. Same thing I said in the last live. I said we too indoctrinated to break away from massa. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. With this Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're not giving that up. You're not giving that up. Because you're too indoctrinated with the, you know, with the whole culture. You know, even though you in your mind, you don't really celebrate, but you still, you know, doing, preparing, going out, spending money. You know, your kids waking up, waiting to get turkey or turkey wings and, you know, everything that come with this. Now, I know what a lot of people won't be doing at these family gatherings. They won't be talking about money, how money works, the power of a dollar, how we can keep it circulating around us, and how we can better ourselves. Guarantee most families won't be talking about that. Talking about money, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Everybody broke, I ain't got it. That's the reality. You're going to be watching football, watching the bum-ass Cowboys playing Kansas City. You know what I mean? Even though that was a good win by the Cowboys beating Philly. That's what we're going to be doing. We're not going to be talking about nothing productive. We're going to be playing spades, drinking, and staying behind. That's the reality. Now, not everybody, so if you're one of the few and you in the comments like, nah, we got what you call them joints? A vision board. We be doing XYZ in my house. We getting it together. We buying a house together. We getting real estate. We investing in stocks and bonds. We learning about this. We doing that. We teaching the babies this. Then we're not talking to you. But the majority, the vast majority, the overall consensus, we're going to be doing the bubblegum shit on this day. We're going to stay up so we can hit them stores and go spend that Black Friday money with the other. That's what we're going to be doing. I see you out there. I'm just letting you know. I see you. Eyes will see you. Eyes will see you coming. Talk about this shit, though. Got a little bit of time. I ain't really organized with all of the topics, but do got some shit going on. Let's talk about Trump and the Congress or the people in the Senate, the House and all that, right? Sometimes I be forgetting the jargon, you know what I'm saying? But I did work in the law library and stay at a Holiday Inn, so I might be a little smarter than you when it comes to that. I'm just playing. I did get certificates in that area though. Anyway, the House, the Congress, whatever, it passed, the bill passed. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the Epstein files. Like the X-Files, the Epstein files, right? And finally the big hoopla is over. You know, we was going hard for that too. Like, I need to release them shits. And they're finally going to release them, right? Even though he could have been did it. He could have said, listen, I'm the big dog in charge. I'm the head. I'm the HINIC. Bang, bang, releases, show all the people that was flying to that island, going to his crib and all that, right? And I think it was like the victims and people that was you know, touched by this horrific, you know, incidents with the S at the back, because it happened a few different times, right? Young kids, 14, 15, you know, unspeakable things, who, you know, for all we know, right? Some movie type shit. When you go young, they snatch you up, kidnap you, do you filthy, have you working as a physics and all that, right? A lot of the women, hundreds of women and all that shit. And, you know, Trump was the man with him. That was one of his buddies, and now he's a despicable human being. You could have been released them, you didn't, but now there are, right? And I said, yeah, I'm happy, I'm right with y'all. Woo, we want to see Barack Obama and everybody who was on that motherfucking list, right? But the thing is, I think they got 30 days to release it, you know, now that it's the bill passed and everybody that vote yes, say aye, right? Aye. And they're going to release it. But the first thing that comes to my mind is, yeah, they're going to release it after they doctor it up. It's not going to be the exact files. Of course, they're going to cover some shit up, people. They're not going to just release and make the government look bad. Now, they may pick and choose and select a few to serve up on a platter. It gets the people going, boom, 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 like it's provocative. It's going to get the people going. So we'll serve up such and such, but not such and such. Come on, let's not be naive and think they're just going to release everything. It's like them tapes at Diddy house. They went and snatched them shits up. Whether he got the hard drive and the copy in the back door, wherever it's at. You know what I mean? Hitting in the ceiling, under the stash box, wherever. When they raided all his cribs and all, and you was being filmed and you ain't know it. You took Molly and her champagne, she ain't even know it. You pulled his pants down, had your way with him, he ain't even know it. Like all this, you know, backdoorism type shit in Hollywood. Our minds would be blown. We see LeBron doing some crazy shit at the party all of a sudden after he retired, right? Second game back, they won, beat Utah. Barely. First game, they clean. Side note, it's my show. We're going to jump around a little bit. But he is on record and camera saying there ain't no party like a Diddy party. Right? Right? Right. He is on camera. He is on camera saying that shit. So what do we see him, you know what I mean, doing the most? I mean, I'm just saying. It will blow your mind. But they probably wouldn't release that. Maybe about him, but that would probably be too explosive. Maybe a lesser player like Uncle Murder said, why you ain't take Delonte West or, you know, Lamar Odom? You took Kobe. He was one of the best. God bless. Like, I mean, it's like certain people be like, damn, Lamar Odom or Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. And I'm not wishing anything on anybody. That's a round from Uncle Murder on the wrap-up. They're not going to release it, guys. They're not going to embarrass the government. Yeah, it'd be, you know, Watergate and, you know, different Bill Clinton getting head in the whip, not crashing it, you know what I mean? Monica Lewinsky in it. You're going to see some shit, you know what I mean? Because they human, and sometimes they sniffing coke in the bathroom. That's just what it is. But they ain't going to blow up the whole shebang just to prove to the people, like, full transparency, like my channel. Full transparency, they're not going to do that. So you could be hype and overzealous and, you know, loving it. Yeah, finally we're going to get that list and we're going to see all the favorite celebrities and government officials on that list, on that plane. Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. So pipe down a little bit and recognize who we're dealing with, because they're not going to do that. Sorry, they're not. They're not going to do that. Not going to disclose every single detail. They're not. Same thing with Stephen A. Smith. This side note, but it's all contextualized in the same context that I'm using it. I forget who podcast he was on. I know he be making his world tour with Muhammad, my man. Going neat to every state with the mic in my hand. Houston, London, VA, right? Anyway, they was asking him about the Max Kellerman again. We know that he got him up out of there. And we 23 minutes into the show, and do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes-Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit out of here. Your days as, you know, the opposite debate and Stephen A, you out of here. Anyway, they was asking him about that, Molly and Shannon Sharp and shit. Certain people he could vouch for or did vouch for to get them in the door, keep them in the door, even though shit was happening. But he wasn't forthcoming with everything, because he is the, you know, program director or the executive producer on the show, First Take, #1 in the morning, all that shit, right? He can't divulge everything, because he's the guy behind the curtain. And the Wizard of Oz, you know what I mean? Hiding behind luxury, pulling up all that fuck shit. It's getting ugly. It's a gunplay reference, right? It's a gunplay reference. Nigga with the dreads. You the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. So I can't divulge every single thing, Because then I'm going to be exposed and I'm some little guy with the big voice. And I was just finagling you and rope-a-doping you, making you think that I was bigger than life. But I really wasn't. They're not going to blow the government up and do that. But let's talk about somebody who is blowing their life up. And I'm not laughing at that part. But the jokes write themselves, and this shit is mad funny, right? And if somebody call your phone and you don't know who it is, and they can say, hello, I like to say, hello, Domino's, like when them certain numbers be calling, I'd be like, hello, Pornhub, what you looking for? I like to play around and have fun with it a little bit, just to see what type of reaction I get. Sometimes it'll be the cancer people calling me. Sometimes it'll be the New York State troopers calling and shit, like, yo, we need money for the troops. And it'd be different, you know, people want you in the system. I have my number for mad long. They be calling, so that's why I'd be like, Domino's, Auto Shop, you know what I mean? Like saying some funny shit, but no, how about Pizza Hut? Hello? Pizza, oh, pizza, let me get 2 pepperoni, beef pepperoni with the extra, you know what I mean, pineapples on the side. Now we talking about Summer Walker. We ain't in the game because Summer Walker done lost her damn mind. Talking about put me in the phone as Pizza Hut. What? But where they do that at, right? Because you a superstar, right? You that bitch. Yeah, bitch. You're looking kind of crazy. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Like, you're that girl. You're her, right? And you could get anybody you want. But what you want is to be the side bitch to Rich Kid. Rich the Kid. He got a whole woman, a whole wife, or a fiance about to be married, or they been married, because I told y'all again, I don't be knowing their business, and I don't really care in the grand scheme of things, even though I'm creating content and we up here talking about it. That's the only time that I care. When I'm off here, I could give a fuck. Just keeping it honest. I don't think about it in my daily life. The only time that I think about it and gotta look up and just for accuracy and be, you know, on point with shit is when it's time to do my show. And yeah, I could do a show every day, but that's the only time. When I'm done, I don't remember how many kids they got, what age they got, how many niggas they was fucking, how many bitches he fucked and all that. I don't care. I really don't. But you're that girl. You're that bitch. You're her. The Hemi Award, I am him. And you can have anybody you want, but what you want to be is a side bitch. And what Tory Lane said, can't even be a side bitch. Like, bitches lying on my dick. Can't even be a side bitch. I'm in 9, 10s and you ain't even looking like you were 5. I mean, like, come on, you lying on it, bro. And I get it, y'all had a thing. It must have been a nice thing. You was doing it well. You know what I mean? He was doing it well. You know what I mean? LL reference. And y'all had y'all little fling on y'all woo, but then when he got with Shorty and he kicked you to the side, or you kicked him to the side, you still trying to get in the mix? And this goes to show the griminess, the sliminess of how women be getting down. Niggas is foul too. Niggas be fucking niggas' wives or try and fuck the sister, even though certain shit should be off limits. Got grease, grindball niggas like that. That's a fact. So I won't say like they more than one over the other. But the sister code, like, y'all actually think that's a thing. I don't think really bros be having like, it's a bro code, this is that. You certain unsaid rules, like, you know, wives is off limits, my nigga. Your side bitch, chick you was fucking one of the joints that we all probably could hit. Like, I meet a bitch, hit a bitch, next thing you know, you hit the bitch, you fucking it. Like, we just passing it around like a colt. Niggas be giving it up like that, but that's for jump offs like that. When you say, nah, I know I got a girl or a wife, but this my side jump off, like, that be off limits, you know what I mean? And just to see that, she like, yeah, you know, you could just keep me on the low. I'll just be a little side dish. Little mac and cheese, you know what I mean? Little collard greens, little yams on the side, and we could just hang out every now and then. But this shit like, yo, your wife be bugging, because she be calling up the flower shop, trying to get the address, and she be wanting to fight bitches. And I don't want that, so I'm kind of happy. But they like, she like, I'm supposed to be drunk and, you know, I'm a little tipsy. You always blaming on the Henny, like, blaming on the ooze, got you feeling loose, blaming on Patron, got you in the zone, got you in the, are you blaming it on the alcohol? But then when the tape get released at the end of the tape, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not even going to play it because her voice is kind of annoying, I ain't going to lie, right? Especially when she talking like and the soft girl era voice, the soft little girl voice, when you try to get your way, daddy's little girl, right? Daddy, I want to get some candy. I want to play the game. I want to not go to school tomorrow. And all the shit like little girls be doing, right? To try to break your will as the man, as the father, or the uncle, or big cousin, whatever, right? She's like, I'm a little tipsy, but they say sober mind, and I really miss you. And I know that you miss me too. You treated me good. I treated you good. Meaning the sex is just good. Like, you know what I mean? You like when I put your legs to the ceiling and, you know what I mean? Suck it or not, you know what I mean? And okay, cool. You like at the end of the recording shit, like I know you ain't gonna be on no weird shit and like leak this. And I don't know who leaked the video, but apparently the audio did get out. And you hear her talking about, put her down as a Pizza Hut. The jokes write themselves, man. You cannot make this shit up, bro. In your mind, she was a superstar, Summer Walker, dream girl. To me, just a regular jump off, talented. She could sing, you know what I mean? And she got some good music, and that's it. I don't see as she's your queen to be. We not bowing down. We not kissing feet. And we not enough. Like her slicker. They await you like, enough, nigga. You can stop now. Enough. Some of y'all may see her like that. Some of the women saying under the comments, we ain't going to tolerate no Summer Walker hate, no slander. She's slandering herself. She's trying to fuck up a happy home, or what even appears to be on the outside as a happy home. But then after the audio leaked, she went full Super Saiyan. Yo, I was just, you know what I mean? I could have, you was buying me shit and woo, and if I really wanted him, I could have had him. You an old nigga now. Now I'm an old nigga. Now she an old bitch. But this is the same nigga you was on the phone with talking about you missing your drunken state. You know what I mean? And your flirtatious state. And your baby, I just want you back type shit. Never too much, never too much. Like, that's you, Summer Walker. And now you're trying to flip the narrative and flip it and bounce it. You know what I mean? And have it spinning in a clip where it's like, they're wrong. He's weird. No, you are weird. You are wrong for trying to swing and spin the block again on him when he didn't want nothing to do with you. And he moved on. And you was dealing with, even Big Meech commented like, karma's a bitch, ain't it? I mean, I guess because, he was dealing with her. Like I said, I bring her around, fuck with a bitch, you fuck with a bitch. Next thing you know, we all fucking with the bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it's community dick too. Niggas be out here giving it all around, futures and all that, but it's not the same. I'm sorry to tell you, ladies. You can argue with yourself, because I'm not going to go back and forth with you. It's definitely not the same, and that's why it's the double standard that works for men and some don't. And then it's the double standard that works for women and not for men. And you just don't make the rules, but you just play the game. You know what I mean? Like, play the game. So when you're a community chick, then you're a hoe. You're a hoe. You're 304. You're a bust down. You're a bop. When a guy got a whole lot on his body, he's the guy. He get the Hemi Award. He's him. I'm not making the rules. You can say, well, it's not the same. Ooh, no. Remember, we go in and out, and then we leave. You keep your parts with you. It's a whole lot to go with anatomy. I'm not going to break all of that down. The point is, she's that girl, right? Nice singing career, good-looking woman. Why you want to be Pizza Hut to this old school nigga who got a woman already? That's an old bitch that be fighting bitches. You out here looking wild crazy. Big Meech like calm as not Big Meech. Little Meech like calm as a bitch. And that's you, ladies. And it's mad funny because that's you part. Well, I always be quoting, I seen it on Coach Greg Adams' channel. He is a red pillar, free agent type shit. And that's you. It's a white female. And basically, the jokes write themselves. She like, yeah, after we finish, having our bad boy era, doggy styled out, you know what I mean? Snoop Doggy Dogg, you know what I mean? And it ain't nothing but a dog eat dog world, and you chase Chad, Pookie and them around. She like, and then when we ready to settle down, we look for the nice guy, and that's you. Can't make this shit up that she actually got on motherfucking social media and told men Like, yeah, after we finish having our share of getting, BBCs and fucking with the Chad and Pookies and the Ray Rays, etc., getting our backs blown to the North Pole, then we look for the nice guys, and that's you. And shit is hilarious. You cannot make it up. It's a clip going viral. Some half-ass looking good chick, white joint, saying this. Like, even the joints that's not attractive to the vast majority. I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but for some we can say, yo, there's definitely an attractive, woman, or a woman to be like, that's definitely an attractive man, and then some will be wishy-washy, and then some will all agree like, and my standards, that's Trashington. Sprinkle some dirt, bring some flowers, cause she's dead. It's just like, and that's you, Summer Walker. You made yourself look crazy, crazy, and you could try to flip it and bounce it, but you need more people. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. Let's talk about, unfortunately, the viral clip out of Chicago. The lady, guess she got autism or whatever, or she got something going on with her, right? She with her 2 boys. She walking home from school. And these young kids, following her, taunting her, taunting the young boy, and apparently, or allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, we got to add that on there. They've been bullying him for 2 years. They've been making complaints, and nobody went boom boom, pow pow over their kids. And I'm not suggesting that because I do the anti-violence work, so I can't get up here and say, yo, bang bang, pop goes the weasel, and bang bang, I shot you down, bang bang, you hit the ground, that awful sound, bang bang, I used to shoot you down. I'm not going to get on here and say that. I'm not saying I won't do it for mine, but I'm not telling you to do it. What I'm saying is, getting bullied for 2 years, I don't know what that's like. I used to get bullied as a kid till I realized it wasn't going to stop. Wasn't going to stop. And they're going to keep whipping your ass, taking your hat, taking your butter crunch cookies and your chocolate milk till you fight back. That's the reality. That's the reality. You could run from it. You can dread it. But destiny is going to arrive all the same. You're going to keep getting bullied and picked on until you decide to fight back. Even if you get your ass whipped, you got to keep fighting. You have to keep fucking fighting, because we all have to fight. Same way the sperm cells and the semen and all that was swimming to get to the uterus and crack the code and all that. You fought to get here. You're going to fight while you're here. Otherwise, you're going to be taken advantage of. But that's a side note. I guess nothing happened. Bullshit teachers, bullshit administrations, bullshit red tape and things put in place that you may have to go through in order to get a sit down, etc. And again, according to the reports, the lady who was assaulted and beaten in front of her 2 boys, right? Even the boy got hit a few times. Is she not all ill? Something is wrong with her. So maybe she didn't have all up. Even though I did see her man or her husband standing there, and it was the big thing. I'm sure y'all seen a lot of people came out, a lot of parents, but apparently, it was a black woman. I ain't going to show the video. Maybe when I chop it up. I'm just going to go live tonight. I ain't going to put up too much of video clips and all that, because I'm sure y'all seen it already. I've seen it a few times. It's a black girl. I guess she's a black woman. I guess she's an activist, or she do that type of work, and I'm all for that. But she put the girl on live, went to the girl house, the little girl. She a cheer. She was the head of the cheerleaders. She get A's and B's, and she a smart kid, right? A lot of smart people do dumb shit, right? And just because you graduate don't mean, like, you still stupid. Some people graduate, but they still stupid. And then there's people that never graduated, and they got high IQ, smarter than the people that graduated. You can argue with yourself. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying there's people that didn't graduate that's smarter than people that graduated, and there's people that graduated that are not smarter than people that didn't graduate. You can argue with yourself. So anyway, she supposed to be, smarty pants and shit. Said she was under the pressure, the social pressures, to follow the crowd. But when you look at the video, It wasn't me. Shaggy, it wasn't me. You could clearly see her in the front. Little husky, little self, right? 14, 15, 8th grade or whatever age, you know. I think I was 12 in the 7th grade. Yeah, somewhere around there, right? You leading the pack and you ultimately threw the first point. So how did they make you? I don't get that part. They made you? Well, who made you? Kareem Akbar. He is the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. How, man? How? Who's threatening to kill your family? Kareem, no, you was the one in the front, following and leading the charge, throwing the punches and, you know, being bad and tough, and I get it. Kids will be kids. And sometimes they can come from a good home and still fall victim to, you know, some of the social norms, quotations, what we consider social norms, or, you know, do what the crowd do. And I know that because I work with kids. I was a kid. I was not the best of kids. I did a lot of shit as a kid, right? Even going to jail early as a kid. Even, you know, on my first bid at 16. I was a kid, but when you're doing this and, you know, they don't look at you like a kid. Then the laws change, or they try, I mean, so you can come from a good home, meaning that your parents is teaching you right from wrong, teaching you to take the moral high ground, stand upon principles, you know, and how to move. But then when you get around your friends that may not have that, or y'all may just be feeling mischievous, you know what I mean, and devious that day and want to do some shit. Even this is horrible. They lucky, you know what I mean? She looked all right to me the following day of the press conference and what have you. She wasn't lumped up and she didn't look like the Elephant Man. And, you know, the video is graphic, obviously, because she's supposed to be allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, you know, expecting. So that makes it even worse, right? But the black sister that we're talking about wasn't the moms. Because a lot of people was like, yo, you know, this is why, you know, our kids is fucked up because these single black women, you know, and I get that narrative. Sometimes it applies, and if it don't apply, let it fly, ladies. Sometimes it does apply, though. We cannot run from that. I'm not going to run from that. I'm going to call a spade, and it just is what it is. Miss Rosie Perez, call a spade, and it just is what it is. Can't give credit to anything Duke said. Same dude, give you ice, now you off some head, right? So, yeah, that narrative applies. Sometimes single black mom can't control these boys, or, you know, you need a man around, a father figure around, a male figure around, right? Who's going to lead, put foot to ass, and take over, show discipline, and do what he's supposed to do. So they run in the muck, etc., and they're like, this is why. But she wasn't the moms. So they just trying to get viral moments, and it's, you know, why put the little girl on camera? This is one of the kids here. No, you was the ringleader, sweetie. Sorry. I know you get B's and A's and C's and all that shit, and you can count 1, 2, 3, but you definitely was Kareem Akbar leading the charge and swinging first. And that's what made everybody else rile up. It wasn't like you was in the back. And I give y'all a story. Well, I told a story a few times on the channel. Right here in Harlem, you know what I mean? Where I'm from. The crackhead days. And people still smoke crack. And you smoke crack, don't you? People still smoke crack. I mean, you don't seem like when I was a kid, obviously. Those are the crack days. But anyway, it was a crackhead, somebody that smoked crack. And I guess they had snatched the old lady purse or some shit like that. He ran through Lincoln. We was outside. I don't know what we was doing, playing ball, or, you know, playing stoop ball where you hit the ball and you got, you know, catch it. We was outside. Always was outside as a kid. No phones, no, you know what I mean? When it get dark, come upstairs, and we was doing what we was doing, right? Anyway, they ran through, the guy snatched the purse. One person led to another, like, yo, grab homie. Ooh, you know, he run through the project. And this was in Lincoln Projects. So he ran through the basketball court. It's only if you're from Harlem, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he ends up on 132nd between Madison and 5th, or Park and Madison, right? Or 5th, whatever, down the block, right? When you come out of Lincoln Project where the train is at. And they caught him. You know what I mean? Everybody from the projects, maybe like first is 10, 15 dudes, and all of a sudden it's a crowd of 30, and you know, they're whipping his ass and jumping him, and everybody get a little hit. I break it up to say, not an injury. But that's following. You see everybody else doing, doing their little licks, and then you just jump in. You know what I mean? Following, being a follower, not using your own brain, and you get your head in. But I also finished the story by saying about time that they did him dirty, because even though I got a little hit or whatever, definitely wasn't ones that doing filth. I'm talking about, this is what I mean. He's out now. They had they feel. The mob, the angry mob, had they feel on him. He's out. Crackhead out, you know what I mean? But then somebody had a 10-speed bike. It wasn't the electric joints we got now. And after they, stomping his head, kicking him, I thought he was dead. So I definitely started feeling sorry as a little kid. Like, damn, you think you having fun and you joining in the crowd, you being a part of the mob. And how they left him was horrible. Took the bike, slammed it on him a few times. I mean, like, just hitting his chest, just doing him filthy. Really, really horrible scene, how he was bleeding and how they did him. I don't know, what happened to him or whatever, but, that's being a follower. When you're a leader, you're the leader. I mean, you took the first initiative, to set it off. Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, right? You did that. Not, I was under pressure, everybody else was doing like me. And I wasn't under pressure. I just wanted to get in because everybody else was getting their lick. And I was a kid doing kid shit like them. But you was the leader. So you set it off. So you can't use that logic of, I was just following everybody else, because you did it first. You threw the first stone through that glass window. Then everybody else threw their stone through that glass window. See how that works? Again, you hear one of the adults in the room saying, this don't define you. This not going to be the say all, be all for your life. And all that may be true. She might go on to be Michelle Obama. She might be the first female president of the United States. Who knows? You know what I mean? She might cure cancer. She might be Neo from the Matrix. We don't know. But whose fault is it? It's definitely her fault. She should be held accountable. All the kids should be. The parents should be held accountable. And me and one of my supervisors was talking about this Friday night, and I didn't get the chance to go live Friday or Saturday, because I work till 12, and sometimes it bleeds over. I could come on here at 1 o'clock in the morning, but ain't nobody watching really anyway. So I'm like, nah, at least let me get one view. If I come on at 1:30, nigga definitely ain't viewing. But anyway, we was talking about it. I'm like, yeah, man. Parents should be thrown in jail for this type of shit. And he like, nah, Lee, because what if, you raising your kid to do right, and then they end up knocking somebody out because they was getting bullied. The story that people that been to prison always use. You hit somebody, they fall to the ground, hit their head, they die. Like, everybody always uses the scenario. You know what I mean? You can drop a little LOL in the comment, because that's what we always use. Worst case scenario. You fighting, you hit somebody, they hit their head on the edge of the bed, they hit the dresser, they die. So you're like, yeah, what if, your son or your daughter is getting bullied and they defending themselves, and then they hit somebody, the person falls, dies, and now they want to take you to jail for something that your son or your daughter did. You're like, you gonna want that? And I'm like, nah, I'm not. I ain't gonna want that. I said, but some of these parents, they need to have some type of awareness of, you just can't be all willy-nilly with your kids. Yeah, kids going to be kids. They're going to do what they're going to do. I know I did shit my mom's definitely went and approved of, and definitely that she told me not to do. So let's be clear with that. Like I told you, don't go over there messing with, the Ronnies and kicking they doing, running, or, throwing rocks off the fucking highway. FDR, we thought that shit was fun. And it really wasn't until the police came, and we didn't even see them niggas. Now, you throwing little pebbles and get bold, try to hit cars with bricks and all that shit. You wildin'. You're going to hurt somebody, possibly, get somebody to kill themselves, or a child or whatever. Yeah, insurance, breaking windows and all that, but this the shit we used to do. My mother definitely didn't say, go do that. She definitely didn't say, be lying and stealing G.I. Joes and tapes from 125th. I need to stop telling all the shit that I was doing as a kid. But the point is, she wasn't willy-nilly with it. She did say, yo, don't do X, Y, Z. She did whip my ass. Sometimes it helped and may stop you from doing stuff for a period of time. And then you back with the shits again until ultimately prison or, the streets gonna humble you. and the streets don't love nobody, and the way the system works, you know, eventually shit come back around. So you're gonna get, you know, as Mordo from Doctor Strange say, the bill always comes due. So yeah, it's not over for the kids that did that. We just need better parenting, better you know, services for them, wraparound services, more intervention where we can talk and do X, Y, Z. But I don't think they should have put the kid on camera, especially if the mother not gonna get on camera. Like we all thought you was the mom's dark-skinned lady. I don't know your name, but you know, people is in the comments like, what's they at getting at them? They had to turn off the comments and shit because a lot of people was outraged that these kids did that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it made me look at the video of the white kids. It's an old video, though. And whatever neighborhood it was, getting at the young black girl. I think it was one black little boy with them, too. But ultimately, it was like a mob of white kids. And they was getting at the black kids. And, you know, when you see stuff like that, it's triggering. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, wish I was there. Or, you know, they picked the right ones because niggas would have been throwing blows and fighting. Although it was black on black, and but you're black. Although it's black on black, it's still, the imagery of it is still like, damn, this shit is fucked. You know what I'm saying? Stats, what's the word? Yeah, kid. It's still fucked up. So we just got to do better. You know what I mean? And sometimes foot the ass is the best way. I mean, you may not believe in beating your kids, but sometimes that is the way. You got to whip your kid's ass. That's how I see it. I think we got a couple more things. Oh, I might talk about that. I think I had something else, though. Let's talk about this Nicki Minaj shit. Talk about Nicki Minaj. And why's my chair going down? Hold on, guys. Getting a little heavy. I got to get back in that gym. Nicki Minaj, right? She went to CNN.
Anything like that.
Nicki Minaj giving a speech on the behalf.
I must say, I am very nervous. So please. Well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage and calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria to combat extremism.
Let me stop that for a minute. Basically, if you didn't see the clip, I just seen the clip today. Like I said, busy day, busy week since not this Friday that passed, but since last Friday. It's been real hectic for the kid. Anyway, with that being said, I know one other channel, I want to say Melanie King, is like the only other channel, that I seen talking about the alleged genocide going on in Nigeria, you know, with the, you know, Christians being killed, etc., like that, because of their religion, because of their ideologies, you know, for just the way they pray, etc., like that. And as you start to shake your head, you say, damn, history repeating itself, plus this sounds all like Islam. Like people that say, la ilaha illallah is one God, we don't associate. Death to you, like, you know what I mean? And death becomes you. So I said, all right, cool, you know what I mean? Why is nobody else talking about it? But anyway, she had the gall, she had the ball, she had the unmitigated, you know what I mean? Like she went in, nervous and all, and you know, you wouldn't think so, you know, entertaining millions of people, you know, throughout, you know, her course of her career. But anyway, she went, she thanked Trump, and woo, and right? I guess he gave permission for her to speak there at the UN. You know, from a side glance, it's like, here we go with these fucking, you know, celebrities, you know, trying to endorse people, and, you know, the Megan Thee Stallions dancing at Kamala Harris, and, you know, all of Beyonce coming out there with Kelly Rowlands, and, you know what I mean? doing all this dumb shit just to try to get you to get your vote, but you get nothing. You get nothing. Anyway, I don't think it's the same because I don't think she Democrat, Republican. I don't know what she is, but he's already in office, so we can scan that. But a lot of the feedback that's coming from this little clip that's spinning right now is, you know, her aligning herself with Trump. I see the Tamika Mallory's, like, you know, and I hate to be political and get, you know, politics as usual, even though not really, because I'm not needed. I'm not telling you to jump on one side of the track, jump on red pill with a blue pill. I'm Morpheus. Which one do you want? That's not me. I'm in the middle. I'm for the people. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Call a spade, it is what it is. But I just find it funny that all of them, you know, every little thing is Trump, 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 Trump. Like if I had $1 for every time a Democrat mentioned Trump, I'd be up right now. I'd be up. I'd be up right now. And you'll be stuck right now. Some Drake shit. I'd be up. Because it's always Trump, 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 the bad guy, the boogeyman, the boogeyman. Listen, focus on your party. Focus on what the people want. Try to get the people what they want, and then you'll see the outcome change. That's my belief. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. I didn't take political science, and obviously, I'm not no major in politics and all that shit. And you got to be a great liar. Let's be clear. I've lied in the past, and we all have lied, but I'm not a great liar. And a lot of times, I'd rather just tell you the truth. Yeah, I'd rather just tell you how I see it. We can disagree, and then we can move on. I'm not going to talk out one side of my mouth. I can't even fix my face to do it. But all these political people, that's why I be so surprised when, you know, black people be like, you know, you can lie to yourself, you can't lie to me. I know the game, niggas running game. Like, if you in the hood, which we from, right? And it's rough in the GHE, or everybody be like, you can't run game on me. Little kids be like, nigga, I know what time it is. But when it comes to these politicians, no matter what side of the aisle they on, we stay getting beat in the head, and it's like we can't see the bullshit. I see it from a mile away, from both parties. Like, all right, see what this motherfucker gonna say, how they gonna deal with this shit, and go from there. Some of y'all be lapping that shit up like little lap dogs. You know what I mean? That's how much y'all be buying into the shit. Like little fucking lap dogs. And it's like, nah. Sherry Shaw's cash, what's the word? It's like y'all be lapping it up. And I'm like, I see that shit coming a mile away. How you fall for the banana in the tailpipe? But anyway, back to Trump, back to Tamika Mallory. A lot of the people that was not mad because she, you know, in Tamika Mallory's, defense, she's real cautious, real calculated. You know, I think those like her words of how she criticized or talk about, you know, other blacks in the media. And I get it, it's cool. I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say. You're either going to agree, disagree. We can have the chat online, offline. I mean, you know, put me on the platform and we could talk about it. She like, but you know, it's going to come back. They're going to do away with Nicki. They already get at Nicki Minaj. So it's like, can we just stick to what she was talking about, though? The people dying? People dying in the streets every day? And niggas die every day, B. Or maybe we on that cam shit. Niggas die every day, B. Or can we address what she's saying? If it's true. Fuck what she allowed with Trump. Fuck that she thanked him. Get Trump out your mouth. Because he in a lot of y'all mouths. And I'm saying that respectfully, he in your mouth. A lot. A lot. A lot. Get him out your mouth. Focus on what needs to be focused on. And maybe you'll see the results. And that's why he won in epic proportions by a landslide. And how Jada said, your man died. It wasn't close. It was by a landslide. She got killed. And anybody you put up there probably going to get killed. Not literally. I mean, you're going to lose the race. Because you keep coming with bullshit. On top of bullshit. Flopping and coming back, putting out more bullshit. And we don't want to hear it. Personally, I don't want to hear about Trump. I want to hear about what are you going to do? What are we going to do to get the people what they want? And to make light of the fact that she up there, you know, if true, because again, I only heard one other person talk about it. I haven't even heard CNN talk about it. And I watch their show from time to time, check out what the political pundits is talking about. Mainly Lori and Abby, the two black chicks. I mean, Or the Kawiki thing. I checked their little shows out, right? I haven't even heard them talk about it. But if people is being slaughtered and murdered in epic proportions, and she's up there, no matter who platform she used, no matter who she think, can we just focus on that? Because ain't that what we should be focusing on? The people dying and how we can stop it? Just because they pray one way, believe one way, they, have ideologies of God, whatever way they want to have it, shouldn't we be focused on that? That's my thing. When we try to, undermine that and make it more political when it's a noble, they're like, yeah, she talking about people, kids online, but yes, she up there talking about people getting killed. And damn, and this blackest chick saying this dumb shit. All right, she going back and forth with the Cardi B chick, and you disagree. But right now, what she's talking about is noble and right. So why are we worrying about her and Cardi B dragging their kids through the mud? Why do we care about that? I really don't know. Let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about my guy. And I say that respectfully in a sense like I fuck with Buster. But what are we doing?
I like this Christmas looking shit, Miss Hall.
You like this Christmas looking shit?
And thank you all for being such a wonderful gift to us.
Oh.
I do want to say this though.
It's like some pants. Let me do this.
I love the way the room looks. I love the way the room feels. I love the way
It's like some flare-out pants, if you will. It's not really a dress. And, Buster can wear what he wants. He's an icon living. He's been in the game for years and made him an animal step-by-step booklet for you to get your shit on track, not your shit pushed back. Had the little zest monster allegations, though. And I get it. Straight women, they love to put that on a straight man, even though they besties is, of that ilk. They deal with the wraparound services. Cool. You know what I mean? But it has been people of that agenda saying that, they was rocking and rolling with him back in the days, and this should have been known. He been a cookie zest monster. And I don't know if that's true or not. Met Bust in Vegas. I told you outside. I forget what hotel it was, you know what I mean? And I seen him perform at Summer Jam, back off that album, the Big Bang album with Dr. Dre, and I'm stuck in a ghetto now, and I'm on my New York shit. Hella performance, hell of an artist. As I said, with Hov, like nobody could touch the stage with him. I think Buster definitely could go up there and give him a run for his money with the hits that he got, right? But when you do stuff like this, you flame the flames, if you will. You flaming it. You trolling us. Christmas shit again, selling. You supposed to be God body. You supposed to be Muslim. Took Shahada and all that. Yet you up there, shucking and jiving, dancing and blancing for these motherfuckers, right? Even though there's people at your show brought tickets to your show. But this what you doing? Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Come on. Why do this to yourself? And again, bad controversy is good controversy. You know what I mean? If it gets the people going, boom, 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 like if it's going to keep you spinning in the clip, then let it be. You know what I'm saying? Let it be. The real babe, what's the word? If that's what you want. He probably don't give a fuck. But it doesn't help when we see it's like, bro, you supposed to be of the 5% mind or come from certain backgrounds, etc. So certain things is not acceptable. That's like we all know that Muslims don't eat pork, right? Even the ones that don't pray and do certain things, that everybody know, like, y'all not supposed to do that. So if you see somebody that's eating pork, right, and they Muslim, you all gonna look like, yeah, bro, and then at least go on the side and hide that shit. We fasting. We know some people be eating during Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? And I've been fasting since I was 16. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be looking fake type of eye when I try to take care of my body and all that, right? But we know people do it. But take it to the back. Don't do it out in the open when you say you representing something. Then now when it's time to represent and we get to look at you, you representing wrong. So again, Buster could do what he want. It's not really like a dress. It's not really, it's like pants dress, but it looked like long bell bottoms. But again, it just looked crazy. You in all red. He is an entertainer. So I ain't really knocking him for that. But it's like, bro, you got a whole person that was in the community saying they was with you, or you did some stuff with them from back in the days. And then when you continue to add to those allegations, we got to look at you with the side eye. Because just like Kevin Hart, would you ever wear a dress? Never been asked to wear a dress, but I don't know. And then he come out Saturday Night Live wearing a dress, looking like some black Cinderella, and you look crazy. And then your career continues to go, that whole narrative. They can do what the fuck they want because this is their life and la, 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 la. Wait till I get get your money and do what you do. But don't be like, I'm not going to compromise my integrity, compromise my principles and shit that I stand upon. Then, when here they come, one for you, one for me. Two for you, one, two for me. Now all of a sudden you compromising your integrity. It just look a little suspect, my guy. But who am I to say anything? You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. We got anything else? I think we got this shit here. Let's talk about Omar Epps. Again, I spoke about him briefly. He was on the Jim Jones show saying that we celebrate people that come home from prison more than we celebrate people that went to the military or that went to college and got it out the mud, didn't follow the street shit, didn't backdoor, do fuck shit in their neighborhood. And, some people in the comments of that particular post are like, I don't know if about us really celebrating. Some people just be celebrating their loved ones coming home, making it alive, etc. They be from the neighborhood. But I get what he's saying because I've came home more than once. I see other people that killed niggas more than one. Like to kill one man or kill two or kill 10, it's all the same. Besides, they can only kill you once. Get praised up, they get the bag, they get shit, they get the red carpet rolled out for them, and then somebody that went to college and their family bust their ass to get them in college, they finish with a high GPA and they did everything right. They don't really get celebrated like that. Maybe they family. So he addressed some of the backlash.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated. I've always been a part of reform. I got brothers right now from my hometown that I'm trying to help come home. They've been in prison forever.
Right.
I think you guys might have misunderstood what I was saying. I might have said it the wrong way, but what I was trying to say is we don't want to send kids mixed messages about coming home from prison being celebrated. Feeling like you got to go to prison and do 30, 40 years to be celebrated. I think you guys misunderstood that, misunderstood what I said. Wasn't saying that it was wrong to be celebrated, but we don't want to send a message to the kids saying prison is great, that you want to go home, go do 30 years and come home, So I'm sorry if anybody took it the wrong way and got offended. I love my brothers. I've been incarcerated myself. I understand what that is, but I might have said it the wrong way, but I mean well. And I love you, brothers. Free my brothers that's coming home. My man Derek, free all the guys that's coming home, man. And so
those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young
This
man.
is the original clip.
There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get no fucking care package, nigga. You are a failure. Get your ass out here and help these kids, nigga. Pay that back forward. That's the reward.
And I agree. I've been in prison just like Mike Epps, just like a lot of brothers, unfortunately. I wasn't innocent. I did all the crimes they said I did. There's shit that I didn't get caught for. You know what I'm saying? And that's the facts. But you see people, they get the care package, they get the bag, they get their books rolled out, they get moving. And this is not everybody, because everybody hasn't done it on a grand scale of fuckery in their neighborhood to people even want to write a movie about you or do a book about you or a documentary. But yeah, you got people who kill 10, 15 people. Like, again, to kill one man, to kill 10, it's all the same. Besides, they can only kill you once. And they celebrate it, they revered, they're them guys, right? You know, you pulled off the biggest scams in the world, and you fuck people out of their money. You get you know, it's just the stigma around it. So I get, like, you don't want to send mixed messages. And you know, I myself, I speak about prison, my prison journey, never in a bragging way, never in the braggadocious way, or you know, like it's something to be honored or you know, held up high. I mean, I fucked up. And then if you've been to prison more than once, like myself, then I mean, you fucked up multiple times. You know what I mean? More or less 30 years for killing somebody over some dumb shit or some trick ass broad that was a bop. You know what I mean? You ain't have no emotional intelligence, etc. As opposed to somebody, again, and went to community college, or they family saved up, bust their ass, they went away to college and came home with a bachelor's, a master's, a doctorate degree, or you know what I mean? Like something like that. That's what we should be going hard for, and making sure everybody know, like, this young man, this lady right here, this young sister, they did it the right way. You hustled, got caught up, you know, got drug money, didn't do nothing in the community with it, except brought Bentleys, Ferraris, and all that shit. Couple of Montclairs, and you was the man for a little while, and you go away. Nah, that shouldn't be celebrated. You tough and you killed somebody over a block that wasn't yours, that your mama's still paying rent on, some whole shit. I don't make you that guy or that chick, not in my book. Maybe at one time, you know, my mental was, you know, at that place where it's like, nah, this is what it is. But then, not now. That shit is frowned upon, looked down upon, ill. You know what I mean? So I get him. I don't think he even should have apologized. It's cool to put more context on it. Like, nah, you know, I don't want to be misconstrued, or, you know, I still want the message to resonate a certain way. So I'm not mad at him for clarifying, but we do need to reverse, like a circle, and fix it up. That's what I got for y'all tonight. I ain't gonna be in here too long. Got shit to do. I'm on call tomorrow. Who knows how my day may turn out tomorrow. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.